What's up, guys? It's Aevin with Tube Review. It's Wednesday, and it's another beautiful day, but if you're anything like me, it is allergy season. I feel like it gets worse every season for me. I'm constantly sneezing, and the allergy medicine just really doesn't work for me at all. But enough of that. Let's talk about why I haven't posted a tip video in a while. So, I've had videos ready, but at the last minute, I've decided not to post them. To me, I was just not happy with the quality of the videos, and I felt like I should be a little bit farther than I am now. So rather than post something I'm not completely happy with, I decided not to post them at all. So when it comes to posting videos, I want to be proud of what I posted. And it definitely shows that hopefully like in my character that I just don't want to give you fluff. But the last two videos I made, I just felt like this doesn't feel useful at all. So that's why I haven't posted the last two Sundays. Granted, I did post the crypto video because I've had that pre-made. So I promise I'm still doing Stardew Valley content. But I do want to apologize for not posting. But I'd rather provide content to you guys that bring useful information. So, apart from this apology, this is also going to be a tip video to kind of make up for missing those last two Sundays. Anyways, so for this video, we're going to be talking about what you need to do when you first venture into the mines. This is a beginner video, especially for people that are just getting into mining. So, we're going to be going over what you will need to take with you, how you should approach the nefarious creatures in there, and when to call it quits. So, without further ado, let's check it out. Alright guys, to start this video, let's talk about what you need to bring when you first venture into the mine. So, what you're going to need is your pickaxe to break the rocks, a weapon to fight off the nefarious creatures. So this will be given to you upon entering the mine for the very first time. If you've already visited the mine, just make sure to bring the rusted sword with you. This is key, especially when you are venturing into the mine. You are going to encounter some creatures that are going to be after you. The next thing that you're going to need is a chest. So backspace is very limited at the start of the game. If you stuff your backpack, make sure you've crafted a chest and placed it at the entrance of the mine. That way you're able to port back up to that ladder, drop off what you need, and then start back all over again. But my suggestion is if you decide to port back up to your ladder, make sure you do it every 5 floors. That being said, if you port during like the 3rd floor, you're going to have to start on floor 1 all over again. If you don't mind starting at floor 1 all over again, then that's okay. But if you do care about your progress, make sure that you port during the 5th floor. Guys, the last thing that you are going to need to make sure that you have plenty of is food. So you exert a lot of energy when you break the boulders. Make sure that you're able to have food that provides an adequate amount of energy so that way you're able to just keep going for long periods of time. It also help, like the food also boosts your health, especially if you're attacked and you lose health. So that is something that you definitely want to make sure that you have plenty of. That way you're able to continue. If you don't have food, I highly recommend you don't continue and you just pour back up and then come back and start over again. But if you feel like you've had enough time in that sense and you just want to go back and sell what you need to do, that's okay too. So upon entering the mine, the floors are kind of simple at first. They do get progressively harder as you venture further down, but at the start, it's not too bad. Concerned Ape really did a great job at easing us into the mine, so we're not going to be panicking upon starting. But the first level is fairly easy. All you need to do is just keep breaking the boulders until you're able to find the ladder. As you can see, I found the ladder fairly quickly, so I'm just going to keep breaking the boulders until I find something, or if I'm like, well, I think I've broken enough and let's just move on to the next level. It's the main thing that like I'm looking for when I'm breaking these are the geodudes. Those are the things that bring you the most profit, and they're also very helpful within the library. So just make sure, just break enough boulders so you're able to find some, and that's all you need to do. Alright guys, so we have encountered our first mine creature. They are little green slimes and I think they're adorable, but they do hurt a little if you're not paying attention where they're hopping around. So I didn't really do this first encounter very well. I should have tried to pick them off one at a time, but playing this game for so long, they don't really do that much damage. So I kind of YOLO'd it and I'm like, I'll be fine. But the best way to have handled this is to pick them off one at a time. The two at the very top right will most likely aggro together, and that's okay. Taking on two as a beginner is a lot easier than taking on three. So to lessen the number of enemies, we need to create a path to them or draw the enemy to you. In the center, the two brown rocks near the backpack bar. Just walk near those rocks and that one slime will follow you. As it starts to follow you, make sure to move back so you're not aggroing the other two slimes. Once you're able to take out that slime, proceed to the next two slimes at the top. They're going to give you a challenge, but that's okay. You can definitely do this. I promise. All right, guys. So, the very last tip for this video is figuring out when to quit. Quitting time in the mines for me is when my bags are full and I don't feel like restarting the floors, or if I don't have enough food to continue, or even if it's getting late and the day is coming to a close. I try to mine as long as I can. Typically, the moment I run out of food, I try to go until my energy bar is orange. That gives me enough energy in case I had to fight back to get to the ladder. Now, if you're pushing for time, I like to stop mining at 12:30. That gives you enough time to run back to your farm, put items in the bin to sell, and hop into bed. Anything past 12:30, you're definitely pushing your luck. I strongly encourage you to get back to your home before 2 a.m. If you fall asleep in the mine, you have to pay a fee to be recovered, and you'll lose items that you have found in the mine. The items are able to be recovered, but you have to buy them back from Marlon in the Adventures Guild. So it really sucks. You lose a lot of money in that sense, and you definitely don't want to do that. So just make sure you quit at an adequate time to give yourself plenty of time to get back to your home. But I would say this, if you are still pushing your time and you don't get out there maybe 1 a.m., try to get out of the mine so you don't lose any items. You'll lose gold if you fall asleep outside of the mines. And that's okay. It's better than losing the items that you worked hard for. Granted, gold is kind of hard to come by and is a little bit steep sometimes for their fees, but it's better than losing the items that you worked really hard to get. So just make sure you take time in consideration when you are in the mines. All right, guys, so that is going to be it for today's video. I just want to do a reminder that I do have a Twitter page now, so follow me on Twitter for channel updates. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time, bye!